Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm sick. Welcome to today's devotion for May 17th. Today's devotion is titled Pursued by Love. Sorry I haven't put a few up, but like I said, I am sick. I feel a little better today than I have. But anyway, let's get on into this. Today's Bible reading is from Jonah chapter 2, verses 1 to 9. All right. From inside the fish, Jonah prayed to the Lord his God. He said, "In my distress I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead I called for help, and you listened to my cry. You hurled me into the depths, into the very heart of the seas, and the currents swirled about me. All your waves and breakers swept over me. I said, I have been banished from your sight. Yet I will look again toward your holy temple. The engulfing waters threatened me. The deep surrounded me. Seaweed was wrapped around my head. To the roots of the mountains I sank down. The earth beneath barred me in forever. But you, Lord my God, brought my life up from the pit. When my life was ebbing away, I remembered you, Lord, and my prayer rose to you, to your holy temple. Those who cling to worthless idols turn away from God's love for them. But I, with shouts of grateful praise, will sacrifice to you. What I have vowed, I will make good. I will say, salvation comes from the Lord." I fled him down the nights and down the days, opens the famous poem, The Hound of Heaven, by English poet Francis Thompson. Thompson describes Jesus' unceasing pursuit, despite his efforts to hide or even run away from God. The poet imagines God speaking to him and saying, "I am he whom thou seekest." The pursuing love of God is a central theme of the book of Jonah. The prophet received an assignment to tell the people of Nineveh, notorious enemies of Israel, about their need to turn to God. But instead, Jonah ran away from the Lord. He secured passage on a ship sailing in the opposite direction of Nineveh. But the vessel was soon overcome by a violent storm. To save the ship's crew, Jonah was thrown overboard before being swallowed by a large fish. In his own beautiful poem, Jonah recounted that despite his best efforts to run away from God, God pursued him. When Jonah was overcome by his situation and needed to be saved, he cried out to God in prayer and turned toward his love. God answered and provided rescue not only for Jonah, but for his Assyrian enemies as well. As described in both poems, there may be seasons of our lives when we try to run from God. Even then, Jesus loves us and is at work, guiding us back into restored relationship with him. When have you tried to run from God? And how did he provide rescue? Excuse me. Thank you for joining me for today's devotion, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.